Hey guys, it's Sarah and I am here with my second layout using the Cheeky Studio kit that I got for the month of March. And I'm going to be using a lot of the florals that I ended up receiving, and I really love them. They're the peach and cream. And I thought that a lot of them went really well with this picture here that I took of a sunset that was out at the Air Force Base that we're stationed at right now. And we went to the commissary one night and it was starting to get dark, and we walked out to start putting stuff in our car, and I looked over and I just went, oh my gosh, that is beautiful. So I snapped a picture and it is just absolutely stunning. And I am going to take advantage of some of the creamy colors that are in the die cuts here, and I'm going to use them. So I'm starting out with a piece of black cardstock, and I put my picture in the center of it, and I cut out a mat from the middle. And then for the orange wood grain paper, I went ahead and cut it down by 1/4 of an inch. So it is going to be surrounded by the black cardstock on the outside. So the black cardstock will almost act like a mat for my entire layout as well. And I have a few scrap pieces of paper here that are in orange colors, so I'm going to use those all together. And then I'm also going to use the black and white stripe tissue paper that came with the kit as well. And I'm going to go ahead and put my largest piece of paper on top of it, and I'm going to cut around on the tissue paper. I tried to be fancy and tear it with my ruler, and it worked for a portion of it, and then it started snagging and not working very well. And it just started ripping up, and I was just like, oh, I couldn't get it to rip correctly. And then I tried again. It's like, I'm going to do it this time. And as you can see, like, it's going really well right there. And then it just gets to a certain point and it just stops. And I don't know. And I'm pushing really hard on it and it's just not working. So I don't want to tear it all up. So I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to try to cut a line. It's not super straight, but it's okay. I don't care. I end up really liking the way that it looks. I'm just not stressing out about making it straight because I cannot cut a straight line to save my life, which is why I needed the ruler. But yeah, it's okay. It worked fine. And I'm going to cut a little bit here. There's some tape on it where the package was taped together. So I'm just going to make sure I cut that part off so that it's not on the layout. And I'm just eyeballing and cutting, and I'm going to cut off a little bit on the side here too. And then I'm going to use that behind my layers of paper here. Now I'm going to take some Distress ink, and the color I'm using is Black Soot, and I'm just making some ink smudges along the edges of all of the papers so that the way they look a little bit cohesive. And I have a lot of patterns going on top of other patterns, so I want to make sure that they can all stand out against each other and they don't blend in too much. And that just gives them a nice little edge. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting these down and see where I like everything to go. As you can see, it's not straight, but I really don't care. I think it kind of adds character to it. So I'm just going to put these down, and I really like where it goes initially, so I'm going to go with that. I put it down and said, yep, I like that. And so I'm going to go ahead and stick them all down. I'm being very careful with my ATG on this tissue paper so it doesn't rip. And as long as you go slow, it's fine. And then I will get this large piece here. And then this one, I'm going to go ahead and put my picture on top so that I have the spacing the way I like it. And then I'll put everything else down. And then that's all down. I really like the way that looks, and you can see all the patterns still. And now I'm going to work on my title. Now for this one, I'm using these thickers. These are really tall, skinny thickers. They're black foam. I do not have any E's, and I need 3 of them. And I'm going to use upside down 3s. Now when you have a 3 that's curvy like that, you can definitely turn those upside down and they look like an E. And since they're all going to look the same, it looks very cohesive. I don't have a T either, so I'm going to take an L and go upside down, and then I'm going to take a little piece of this Z here, and I'm going to finish off the top. That's one of my little thicker tricks. I will be having a thicker manipulation video coming here soon. I've had some requests for that because I tend to do that a lot. So I will definitely be doing like a tutorial, and I'll show you more in-depth things and just some tricks I use with my thickers. All right, so now I'm using these pink and cream bouquets. And I think I said peach earlier, they're pink, I'm sorry. And I am going to use 3 of them on here, like the big florals, and then one of them right there has the middle, and I'm going to do that for my journaling. And then I picked a feather, and then a couple of these feathers that have the darker colors in them. I definitely wanted to bring a little bit of those in since the picture does have some dark elements. And I think that helps add a little bit of heaviness to them, which it needs. And then I really like the way everything is. Like this came together so quickly just because I really liked where I put everything initially. So I'm going to go ahead and put all these down. I'm going to go ahead and do my journaling on here first before I stick it down to make sure I don't make any mistakes or anything. And I'm just going to talk about how beautiful the sunsets can really be in New Mexico. And when I can catch one, it's really just absolutely gorgeous. So that is what I am going to write on this little die cut here. And then for that die cut, I am going to pop it up on some foam squares so that it stands up a little bit because it's going to be going on top of quite a few layers. So I'm just going to put some foam squares on those so it kind of stands up a little bit. And then I am going to use some of these bows here. I'm going to use the black with the white polka dot, and I really like the way that brings out the black in the picture. And I'm going to use 3 of them. It takes me a little bit to kind of figure out where I want them exactly because I didn't want them going like in a straight line across the bottom there. So I'm going to kind of fiddle with them a little bit, but I will end up making them work. And I'm going to have 1 in each cluster here. And in order to put those down, I'm going to end up using some red line tape because I don't have any glue dots left. I have to go to the store and buy some actually. So I'm using red line tape to do that. And then I have a flare badge there from the kit, and it is one that says love on it. And I'm going to have it right there next to the picture on the left-hand side. And then I'm pulling out the sequins. This is the peach. I keep saying peaches and cream. Apparently I want some peach cobbler or something. I don't know. The pink and cream. And I'm just pulling out some of the colors that I am really wanting, and I'm kind of going with like this little almost like a red color, and then I think I have a lighter color and maybe a green as well. So I'm kind of picking and choosing those, and I'm sticking them down with my quick dry adhesive. And I think I put the flare badge down already with some red line tape as well. I think I did that. I might have cut that out by accident. But those are flat backed, so you can definitely use red line tape for that. And that is it, guys. That is my completed layout. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions. Please check out Cheeky Studio if you haven't already. I do have a discount code down below in the description for your first 10% off when you make an order. And I hope you guys take advantage of it. See you later. Bye.